Frank Menard here. Hey, this week's video, I'd like to talk to you about something that I've had conversations with, many people, whether it be my friends, my neighbors, people I've coached. Oftentimes, I run across the thought that a lot of people just aren't happy with their current position in life, whether it be in their profession, their current job. They're just not really happy and they'd like to advance or maybe go to a different level. So this week's message is about the power of excellence in the work that you do today. The secret path to advancement. There is a quiet truth about work that most people never fully grasp. It is not talent alone, nor luck, nor even ambition that determines who advances in their career and who remains stagnant. It is, instead, the simple but profound principle of doing each task so well that those who observe cannot help but want to entrust you with more important responsibilities. Earl Nightingale once observed, "The best possible way to get a transfer from the job you don't like to one you like better is to do your present job so well that management will desire to use your skill on a more important job." In this single sentence lies a philosophy of success that can transform lives. It is the law of cause and effect applied to our daily labor. If we sow diligence, excellence, and commitment, we inevitably reap trust, opportunity, and advancement. Let's take some time to explore this idea just a little bit more deeply. The attitude toward work. For many, work is seen as a burden, a necessary evil endured only to collect a paycheck. People clock in, do the minimum, and dream of better jobs while offering little in their current one. This is a tragic era, for seeds of the future are planted in the soil of the present. Your present job, no matter how humble, is the testing ground of your future. To despise it, to do it carelessly, is to forfeit tomorrow's opportunity. To honor it, to treat it as important, is to unlock the doors of advancement. Earl Nightingale liked to remind us, we are paid not for what we do, but for what we bring to what we do. It is not the position itself that makes a difference, but the attitude and effort that we bring to it. There is a law of increasing returns. Napoleon Hill wrote about the principle of going the extra mile. This principle states that those who do more than they are paid for will eventually be paid for more than they do. Think about it. The average worker does just enough to keep from being fired, and the average employer pays just enough to keep the worker from quitting. This stalemate of mediocrity is where most remain. But the person who quietly exceeds expectations, who works not only for a paycheck, but for excellence, stands out like a lighthouse on a foggy shore. Management notices, colleagues notice, customers notice, and opportunity gravitates toward that person. This is not just theory, it is law. Like gravity, it works without fail. Excellence attracts attention, and attention attracts advancement. There's a trap of waiting for opportunity. One of the most common mistakes people make is waiting for a better job to come along before they begin giving their very best effort. They say, once I get promoted, then I'll really work hard. Or, when I finally have a job I enjoy, then I'll show you my true abilities. But opportunity does not work this way. No one is promoted on the promise of what they might do someday. They are promoted based on what they are already doing. The best evidence of future performance is present performance. If you do not excel in the job you dislike, why would anyone trust you with a job you claim to like better? Jim Rohn once put it, how you do anything is how you do everything. The habits you build in your current role, whether it be diligence or laziness, excellence or mediocrity, will follow you wherever you go. Excellence as a habit. Excellence is not a one-time act. It is a habit, forged day after day, task after task. Consider the craftsman. Whether building a palace or a simple chair, his pride insists that the work bear his signature of quality. He cannot imagine doing less than his best, regardless of who sees it. In time, his reputation grows, and he is called upon for greater projects. The same is true in every field. The nurse who consistently brings compassion, the teacher who treats each lesson as important, the clerk who handles each customer with care. Each is building habits that lead inevitably to greater responsibility. It is not the size of the job that matters, but the size of the effort. The role of attitude. Attitude is the hidden multiplier. Two people may do the same job, but one does it grudgingly with complaint, while the other does it cheerfully with pride. The difference is visible. Management does not simply look for skill, it looks for reliability, for spirit, for people who can be trusted. A positive attitude is a beacon that signals this person is ready for more. Brian Tracy once said, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that the human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes." Nowhere is this more true than in the workplace. There are many stories of transformation. History abounds with examples. Andrew Carnegie began as a bobbin boy in a textile factory, earning only $1.20 a week. He performed his humble duties with diligence, seizing every opportunity to learn. Within 2 decades, he became one of the most powerful industrialists in history. Napoleon Hill himself started as a reporter. He treated each interview as significant, even when assigned small stories. One such assignment brought him into contact with Andrew Carnegie, and from that insignificant job emerged the foundation of his life's work. Think and Grow Rich. The lesson is the same. Humble beginnings, embraced with excellence, open the way to great futures. The economics of value. In every economy, people are rewarded in proportion to the value they deliver. Value is not measured merely in hours worked, but in the contribution made. If you make yourself indispensable in your current job, the organization will seek to place you where your value can multiply. The person who delivers only the minimum remains invisible, but the one who delivers above and beyond becomes too valuable to be ignored. Tony Robbins tells us, the secret to wealth is simple. Find a way to do more for others than anyone else does. This principle applies equally to careers. Do more, give more, serve more, and doors will open. Mastery before mobility. In our restless age, people often seek constant change, new jobs, new titles, new opportunities. But real progress is not found in hopping from one role to another. It is found in mastering the role you are in. Mastery builds confidence, credibility, and reputation. Once mastered, opportunities naturally arise. To chase opportunities without mastery is to build castles on sand. To build mastery where you stand is to lay foundations for future towers. As Earl Nightingale taught, don't concern yourself with the money. Be of service, build, work, dream, create. Money, titles, and opportunities are byproducts of mastery. Overcoming the job you dislike. But what about the job you truly dislike? Perhaps feels menial, beneath your skills, or unworthy of your ambitions. Here's the paradox. The very fastest way out of that job is to treat it with respect and do it exceptionally well. By doing so, you accelerate your departure, not through resignation, but through promotion. Conversely, if you neglect it, do it poorly, or complain, you chain yourself to it. Management sees only unreliability and lack of commitment, and advancement vanishes. The quickest way out is through excellence. The ripple effect of excellence. When you do your present job well, something else happens beyond management recognition. You build confidence in yourself. You create momentum. You begin to see yourself as capable, worthy, and competent. This self-image radiates into every area of life. Opportunities outside the company may arise. Offers from competitors, partnerships, or ventures that you create yourself. Excellence attracts not only promotion, but possibility. As Jim Rohn once said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Doing your present job well is not enough. It's not only about impressing management, it's about forming the character and habits that will sustain success wherever you go. The road less traveled. Here's the good news. Most will not follow this path. It requires humility, patience, and persistence. It requires resisting the temptation to grumble or slack when the job feels small. But therein lies the opportunity, because so few are willing to do this. Those who are stand out dramatically. Excellence is rare, and rarity is rewarded. Earl Nightingale called success the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Doing your job well, even if you dislike it, when aligned with the worthy ideal of growth, is success in progress. Now, here are some practical applications. Ways that you can apply this principle starting today. Commit to excellence. That's the first one. Decide that whatever you do, you will do it to the best of your ability. Second, arrive early, stay prepared. Reliability builds trust. Number 3, look for ways to improve processes. Innovation in small things signals readiness for bigger things. 4, serve colleagues and customers generously. Going the extra mile makes you indispensable. Number 5, keep learning, read, study, and grow beyond the job description. Number 6, maintain a positive mental attitude. Your attitude will be remembered longer than your tasks. Here's the universal law at work. This principle is not confined to employment. It applies to every area of life. In relationships, treat your current relationships with care, and better ones will develop. In finances, manage what you have wisely, and you will be entrusted with more. In health, respect your current habits, and your body will reward you with strength. Life always promotes those who prove faithful in small things. The fulfillment of work. There is also joy in doing things well for their own sake. When you give your best effort, even to an ordinary task, you experience dignity and satisfaction. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, once said, "Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life." This is the essence of excellence. In time, not only do opportunities multiply, but your days are richer, your spirit lighter, your purpose clearer. So in conclusion today, the surest path to a better job So let us return to the simple statement from Earl Nightingale. The best possible way to get a transfer from the job you don't like to the one you like better is to do your present job so well that management will desire to use your skill on more important jobs. It is not a trick nor a scheme. It is a principle as old as time. Do what you can with what you have, where you are, and do it better than expected. The world will not long ignore such a person. In the end, the job you dislike may become the stepping stone to the career you love. If you will treat it with honor, excellence is the bridge. So, do not wait for a better opportunity to arrive before giving your best. Give your best now, and opportunity will arrive. For life itself promotes those who prove faithful in small things. Well, that was a pretty powerful message. I hope you found that it was powerful as well. So the next time you find yourself feeling a little dreary about the job that you're currently doing, remember, do it with excellence. People will notice, and your reward is eventually going to come. Be patient and endure. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this message really ticked the mark for you and struck a nerve. Please feel free to share it with a friend. Give me a like if you did like the message. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel where I bring you a positive message, an encouraging message each and every day to help you live your best life. Thanks, guys. Talk with you soon. Bye now.